Hi you guys, happy new year, happy 2018. I have not made a new YouTube video in a very long time and I'm really excited for 2018 to be able to really bring you some amazing inspiration into this new year. And if you guys are new, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jenny Penton, founder of Planner Perfect, where I teach women how to write a better story for their lives, to take planning your life and living your life to a whole different level and a whole new mindset. So instead of corralling tasks and being a mother who's harried and crazy and just trying to find a tool to take all that she has and put it into a task manager, I teach women how to actually reverse that and to actually visualize and dream about a life that they want to live and map out that kind of life. And that is totally possible. I'm also a homeschooling mother of 8, and I've been able to create this kind of life for myself and want to share it with you. Let's talk about what's new for 2018, and I've got some inspiration for you. How Planner Perfect's word of the month, happiness. That's what we're going to be talking about here for just a minute. We're going to talk about happiness and the vital importance of it. And you know, here in the new year, all we're always talking about, you know, is New Year's resolutions and what goals do we need to set. But I'm going to go ahead and go back a step before we get into goals. And that is to talk about happiness and joy, rather, and why and the importance of it. And you're like, Jenny, what? Oh, okay, I get it. Happy. But so many times we don't take into consideration how our emotions and our moods take us and remove that happiness out of our lives. So instead of maintaining happiness throughout the day, we are looking at our conditions and then reflecting it back to us on whether or not we ought to be happy or not. This year, what we're going to be really focusing on in the Planner Perfect community and here on YouTube when I share these videos, is going to be about how to look at the conditions and still remain happy and still stay in that happy spot. You know what staying in that happy spot does for you? It is virtually telling God that you are letting go. That you are letting go and you're letting Him do it. So many times we look at the conditions, which, by the way, are already manifestations of what we've thought about and what we've where we've been in our thought life. Those are already there. So don't look at conditions and the what is. Instead, focus on changing your inner self, aligning yourself with God, being happy, being joyful. Do things that make you feel happy. Do things that make you feel joyful. Live life as though it were a vacation, if you will. Look at life differently. And when you have those different emotions that pop up, frustrations or anger, or someone is not performing in a way that makes you happy, you know, instead look at those as indicators. Those are amazing indicators that you're not lined up and aligned with God. You're off track. So those are amazing tools. You have them built in. It's your body saying, warning, 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 warning. You're going in a wrong direction. You're not letting go. You're operating off of fear. You're looking at this condition when new conditions are always and continually being made. So let's look at being happy this year in 2018, and not just being happy. Of course, we all want to be happy, and we are from time to time. But let's be more a good manager of our moods this year. Let's look at our moods and wrangle them in and adjust. Even if you've got to step away for a little bit and maybe you need to go lock yourself up in your closet when your kids are misbehaving, and rather than talking to them when you're in a state of frustration, go off for a minute, come back when you're aligned and you're feeling in your sweet spot of joy, that you can come back and then talk to them. Just always making sure that you're getting aligned. And that's what we're going to look for, and that's what we're going to do, because after all, after that, when you've really kind of worked on that, then goals and everything that you set and the mapping of your life and writing that better story all falls into place anyways, because you're coming from the wellspring of your heart. And that's exactly what Planner Perfect is all about. It's It's a method, it's a way of life. It's coming from your heart, it's from inspiration, it's inspired action. It's an intent and purposeful living. It's really looking at your life as a whole and creating the life that you want. And in Psalm 37:4, God proclaims that he gives us the desires of our hearts. But those things only take hold and only manifest when we allow it and we're receiving, and when we really are in the receptive mode, which is basically being aligned. And that's when you'll receive it. Other than that, you'll always be living a yo-yo type of life. So this year, we are going to be focusing on happiness. And one of the ways that you can do that is, now here I've got my gratitude journal from Designs by Planner Perfect, where we sell journals and planners. And this is my artwork on the cover. And I love this print. I chose this as my gratitude journal. Waking up and writing a gratitude journal is one of the many, many great ways to stay in your joy spot, you know, in your sweet spot. It's like a sweet spot where you just really think, I mean, it's like, wow, you know, you're skipping off in the right direction. Right when you wake up, you're most receptive, because as you sleep, your mind is resetting. And so you can get in that mode and you can just wake up. And I love to say to myself, this is going to be an amazing day. This is going to be an amazing day. What a great day. What an amazing day. I repeat it. I repeat it and I repeat it. I repeat it. This is an amazing day. This is an amazing day. I love this day. And then I wake up, and then instead of focusing on the things at hand and the tasks to do, I go into the top 3 spiritual things that I want to do, and that's meditation, really keeping the mind still for at least 5 minutes and working up to maybe 15 every morning, where you're just really focused on something, focus on a light flickering, a fireplace going on, and looking at that and being still. Thoughts might come in. If they're negative thoughts, erase them. You might get in some inspired thoughts. Hold on to those just for a minute. But let God talk to you. And I love that, because God wants us to be still. Know that I am God. Listen to him. What is he saying? So many times we get up, we're right out of the get-go. We've already got the negative dialogue going. We've already got this and that's coming at us. We aren't still. We aren't getting our minds still. So get still right away in the morning. Rise early. Let yourself fall into a meditative state where you can hear him. I get so many amazing, great ideas just from inspired action ideas, just from being still. Next, I love to go into my gratitude journal, and that is when I am, you know, going in there and I am writing down everything that I'm grateful for. Not only things that I'm grateful for now, but things that I am looking forward to in the future, because you are what you think about. You do create your own reality. And the more you focus on the good and whatever is lovely, the more lovely comes to you. And it's such a great thing to get inspired with yourself and write down things that you love. And even if there's some tricky people in your life that you really don't even want to write down or give them the time of day to use a page or even a sentence on, you'll be surprised how unconditional love begins to envelope you as you're grateful for the aspects about them that you do love. So begin a gratitude journal. If you haven't already, get back to it and write at least 10 things that you're grateful for in that moment. It's really, really going to bless your socks off. And I do that, and then of course some meditative prayer and affirmations. Affirmations are a great way. Now, before in 2017, there was a way that, you know, you could go through a list of affirmations, but this time I'm going to talk about, and I will do this in a later video, I'll do a whole big view of how that looks, but it will be a focused journal page where you're actually taking one of the things that you really kind of have a hard time believing, because if you truly don't believe something yet you say it, that mixed energy is not going to get you very far. But if you say it enough to the point where you then believe it, now you're getting somewhere. And that is the point of affirmations here, but you got to keep it up. And this is something to go over. Now, I'll go over this in another video, but like, let's say lose weight. That's something that you want to do. Then write things all around it that you can actually, all of the things that you can feel that would make you feel wonderful about that that desire that you want. And it's really, really a great thing to have a focus page. And I work on that every single day. So whether you want to say that you have courage or your self-worth or you can do it or you are as amazing as, like, let's say you don't even have much self-confidence, write that in the center of your page, that you can do anything. And a lot of times we have some doubts like that. Begin to have that be your, not your focus that you can't, but have it be that what you are looking at that you want to change, and then all around it, all of the things of why that it is so that you can and why you are. So we're gonna go and I'll do a separate video on that. So truly, truly amazing. So keeping journals, this is one of our journals, keeping journals of gratitudes, of focus pages. This is actually going to be actually my focus page, my affirmations journals for the 2018. This is a B6 and I love it. And really working on our spiritual lives and being in that happy state. So that is my video for today. I hope that it inspired you to pay close attention to your moods and your emotions, to get in that sweet spot, that happiness spot, so that you can truly, truly learn to let go and let God. Until next time, you guys, bye-bye.